Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video, let's take a look at Tesla, Nvidia, AMD, Palantir, S&P 500, and Nasdaq 100. An amazing week is waiting in front of us, so it's time to get ready because the way the market has closed this last week has been just nothing short of a mind-blowing. This is a really good price action that we are seeing, not just across few stocks, but across pretty much the whole market right now. No matter at this point, at least what the market technicals are showing me, that no matter what Trump says or China says back and forth, market has seemed to priced in the worst it can, and things are turning around bullish again. So let's start off with Tesla. Before that, I also want to let you know none of this is any financial advice, only for education purposes, just sharing my opinion. Please do your own thing. Tesla, as I have said on Friday as well, back then when I did the video on Friday morning, Tesla was around 273 around area, and I said that it's just bullish, it's just going to continue up, and we have been bullish 252 and 78 cents above, no problems, right? We are already in the play, and I was targeting around 277 until Friday. We got way above that. That's awesome. I also mentioned that as if we can close above 277, that will open up a lot of doors going in this week on Tesla for just to stay bullish, and that still remains the case. Our bias is bullish and now even if we see some resistance at 200 days moving average, anything until 277 back again, or even until 268, I'll just consider that as a pullback. We are just in the bullish structure unless I see this bullish structure break. Now, anyhow, going in this week, we are looking an uptrend continuation on Tesla, and if we can take out 200 days moving average by even Tuesday, we have a likelihood of testing 326 this coming week. All right. As for some of the options tips and some more stocks, the weekly picks that I'll be doing for the members only on my Patreon, you can check out the details for that in the description of this video. I'll be providing some options tips and also many other stocks which will be the this week coming pick, and also how to trade those. Details are in the description of this video if you are interested in joining those memberships on my Patreon. All right, let's get to the hourly interval. All right, and this is what I like to see is a look at the volume, especially taking out because blue box is that strong resistance, right? And taking out that blue box with a strong volume down there is all what we need to see. That becomes our good support, guys. At this point, any pullback until any of these levels until 269, we are just fine, though I don't want to see that deeper of a pullback. But pullbacks, our buy still remains to an uptrend. We are just fine. 270 almost above, 270 to $277 above, we are just fine on Tesla. Weekly interval has also taken out, again when I say taken out, I mean yes, it has taken out a lot of consolidation already, and we have found a good base and support at one of those important levels of 212 and 225. When you see so many weeks of consolidation and a support, right, and we are taking out again back to the upside that consolidation, it just shows us that things are looking beautiful. All right, bias is to an uptrend on Tesla. Let's get to Nvidia. Nvidia also looking strong and good again. This was the very area 104 and 78 cents. Above that, we will be again looking very strong bullish in the overall structure as well, and that still remains the case. Now, last week or last weekend, I provided you a tip that you can sell a covered call at around about 115 premiums were good, and you would have collected the premium as well, and also your shares would have been saved. So you made the money and you still hold the shares, and your shares are also going up now in the price. As I said, for this week, our options tip and all, I'll be providing to the members on my Patreon. Details are in the description of this video. Let's get to the hourly interval. On hourly interval, also on Nvidia, our bias remains bullish. Any pullback at this point until the zone of like 109 or 108, 108 and 45 cents to 109 and 10 cents area. This zone, any pullback until here, it's just a pullback. I'm still fine. Overall bias remains to an uptrend. We are in an uptrend structure. We are bullish. Will, as we stay in this, our next target is 115. And anyhow, there is a good support here as far as we don't lose 104 and 84 cents at this point, or even overall is what I'm saying. Intraday is the levels I provided you for a potential pullback on hourly interval, but on the overall structure, 104 and 84 cents, as long as we stay above it from where we are, the bias and the structure will remain bullish. All right, so overall is what I'm trying to say. All right, that's our Nvidia. AMD now. AMD is looking really good. Now we just want to break out and close above this $100. That really turns it around for not just near-term plays, these bullish near-term plays that we have been getting. That's great. As we can close a day above $100, that opens it up for many weeks ahead as well for our bullish sentiment. That's something we need to see. And that will start to mark this bottom on an AMD if we can close this week, especially coming week, and also the day, at least one of the days. Monday, if we can do it, that's awesome, above $100. Let's get to the hourly interval to take a look at the price action there. Now, any pullback on intraday until 94.76 cents is just going to be a pullback, nothing too much to worry about. Definitely if we lose 94 in this 70 cents, 50 cents area, that's where I consider that again we are going for some intraday, multi-day more weaknesses. Otherwise, no, above that we are still just fine, and the target to watch is $100. Technically it's 99 and 55 cents area. We need to take that out to get full on strong again for good uptrend again for a continuation. That will open up the doors to 108. So we can be looking at 108 on AMD this week as we can break out above $100 and maybe 116, but that depends how strong the market is. AMD has an average range, as you can see here on my charts or on this dashboard on the bottom right corner. Average range is 4.37 and the last day's range was 4.25, very close. So AMD does around $4 range. So 5 days in a week, and 4 times 5 is 20, but that's like we go $4 straight up and up, right? So that's most likely not the case. We'll go through a pullback as well. So let's give it maybe, if we still remain whole week bullish, $12 upside from here. That can bring us to 96 plus 12 is 108. So pretty much what 108 target could be on AMD up there, the blue box that I have there. All right, things are looking good. Now with AMD, I do want to a little bit put a caution as well. Yes, near term this week we are looking bullish, and this can open up us to 116. That's where 200 weeks moving average is sitting. But we'll talk about if and when price gets closer to that. Right now, we are looking good for coming days on AMD. All right. Oh, Palantir is the next one I want to take a look at, and then we'll take a look at NASDAQ 100 and S&P 500. Now, Palantir, guys, was the last week of pick for the members. Members made a lot of money, not just on Palantir. 14 stocks I provided to the members last week. All 14 stocks are in profits, and some gave us 30% plus profits. This week picks, as I said, I'll be providing to the members on my Patreon. Check out those memberships in the description of this video if you are interested. Palantir is just bullish, and Palantir technically can test $125 now. It's just been bullish, and it's just been bullish. It's just continuing higher. Yes, a pullback can come, but the structure is bullish. Let's get to the intraday levels to see where would the structure become weak. So at this point, any pullback even until 108 and 63 cents will just be a pullback. All right, so Palantir is very strong. It doesn't mean pullback can't happen. Pullback can happen, but what I'm saying is that until 108 and 70 cents area, this zone, there is nothing to worry. We'll be still in the bullish structure zone. And yeah, keep taking partial profits in the extensions. Pullbacks are technically just a buy as long as we don't lose 108 area. If we lose that, some near-term weakness may come, but overall structure will not be bearish. Near-term intraday weakness 108 below is possible, but not for overall structure. We still have on the overall structure a great support at $98. You should not be looking swing short Palantir. There is no point. Anyways, but we already made a lot of money on this thing, and our position still continues, right? And as per the members who have joined that membership as well for the stocks coverage. All right, let's take a look at now NASDAQ 100 and S&P 500. NASDAQ 100 is also just looking fine. We are just bullish. As I have been saying, for $48 area above that zone, we should be, our bias has to be bullish, and we are just bullish. Let's get to the hourly interval. All right, and guys, if you like, as I said, just use the tools. Like, I'm just going to show you real quickly on NASDAQ if something, okay, let's get to this. Yeah, about. Okay, I'm just gonna yeah, I just wanted to show you on S&P 500 as well. But anyways, I'll just, like, there's so many tools of mine. Some of them are already turned on my screen. The other one is definitely this one that I highly recommend. And if you don't know which direction to trade, just use my tools, this especially across all the intervals, right, based on your time horizon. And yeah, when the structure is telling us bullish, our bias needs to remain bullish, and here we are. And that's what I was saying, this zone above 448, we need to be bullish, and you can see we are just in the bullish structure, right? So anyways, again, my tools are also part of another membership. Details are in the description of this video. Now where we are, oh well, NASDAQ 100, yeah, our bias remains bullish, guys, pretty much. We can be going to test 496 most likely. Let's get to the hourly interval. Again, I'm not worried as long as even we are intraday multi-day above 466. Definitely some near-term weakness can start to build if we close below like 468 and 66 cents. Otherwise, no, we are just fine. Overall, nothing to worry on this thing, even until 466. Yeah, if we start to lose that, then we are looking at some weakness near-term. Otherwise, no, we are just bullish. S&P 500 also is a likelihood we can test 571 this week. And again, it's just bullish. Again, the tools, as I just showed you, NASDAQ 100 is the same thing. They work similarly across all instruments. And S&P 500, as long as we stay above 546 and 85 cents near term, intraday, multi-day, we will remain bullish from where we are. Market is just looking fine. Only if we lose 546 and 85 cents, that's where I'll be near term at least a little bit cautious. Otherwise, no, everything else is just looking fine on S&P 500 as well. And that's all I had for you guys in this video. And I'll see you in my next videos. Take care. Bye.